up here at Angelus. I gotta turn around here and hopefully my internet connection restores on my one phone here. Let's see if it went through. It's showing me it's offline. How can I get this back here? Anyway, they just lifted the evacuation order. They downgraded it to a warning for Angelus Oaks, so you can now come up to. Yeah, we're worried about it there. Because I noticed the checkpoint was gone down there at the turn to. The checkpoint's gone at the above Valley of the Falls. Usually the checkpoint's down there. I gotta get my ID. Where's my ID go? Checkpoint's gonna be up here then, above Angelus Oaks. And the valley looks 120% better. Yeah, there's no smoke at all up here. Better. How you doing, sir? Thank you. CHP and I forget what those guys are called. They're like contractors for Caltrans. They'll man the checkpoints sometimes, like on the weekends. And this is the only accident I heard about yesterday was down by Seven Oaks. This is like a 5-acre little spot. They're still watching this up here where it tried to burn over the highway up here. This was a problem child like 3 nights ago. The past couple of days it's been hardly any smoke or fire at all. They've really knocked it down over here. Because I think it was Tuesday night I drove out. This was flames on both sides. There was fire on both sides. They're just kind of hanging out, babysitting Harrison Canyon. I think those guys are San Bernardino. Over there, North San Bernardino, maybe. That looks like they're pumping water out of the creek. Yeah, they're pumping water out of there. Yeah, they got a little refill station set up there. Temporary dipping spot. I think they call it dipping site. TDS. They got a pump and it pumps up in that little like square, like a little pool. Yeah, this is where there was fire over here the other day. This is where we were sitting and watching it right here. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. That's a good little perch right there to. You can see the valley real good. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I'm looking for any smoke down there, and I don't see. They said they were going to have a helicopter operation. It looks like down by Seven Oaks, north of Angelus Oaks, and yesterday they said they had a problem about a 5-acre spot down by Seven Oaks. We'll go down there and take a look. There's some of the bosses right there, the chiefs. The only bad thing was there's some wind event coming tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah, it's coming from the east. It's not a Santa Ana, they said, but it's going to be like 10 to 50 miles per hour with a gust in like 20 to 25. It's those gusts that that causes problems. That big a gust. That was your host. And there's a great view. A little bit of smoke over there underneath some of that same spot that's kind of... Oh, big old bottle. Damn. There's another smoke kind of over off Clark's grade. There's a couple little spots over there that are... I should have stopped there. That'd be a nice picture. Show you what's smoldering. There's another dipping tank. These are new from... Let's see, was I up here yesterday? No, I wasn't. No, two of them. They had 2 pumpkins out. They pump out of this creek here and fill them up, and then they can pump to an engine or a... is there enough water there? Yep, there's enough for a little pool. It's a trickle of a waterfall now, but at the bottom there, you know, it pools up a little bit. They can stick a hose in there. Pump hose. Oh, this is man, it's really clear now. You can really see... Wow, you can really see the burn down there now, that burn scar. It's finally clear enough where you can actually see what's going on down there. Yeah, I should pull over and give you guys an eyeball. That right there is a good turnout to do that. I think that's the last good turnout. Clark's grade. Yeah, so right now it's looking great except for a couple little smoldering spots. Over there, Bear Creek's one of them. Bear Creek, Siberian Creek has been a headache for a couple weeks. It's really steep and they can't get dozers over there and they can't get hand crews in there. They just kind of the water dropping helicopters can only get in there. Now the truck's feeling kind of weird. You hear that howl? Got a little howl going on. Camp Cedar Falls. They're looking a lot better. It was headed that way, and it fire, you know, squashed it over there by above Angelus Oaks. But that's the way it was kind of headed, was toward that camp. Stetson Creek, you know, kind of headed this way, going east. Jinx Lake, you know, the camps on the north side of Jinx Lake Road. But they're all doing good. Just make it by this weekend. This weekend is going to be a test. Hopefully it's a nothing burger. Where am I going again? Oh, I'm going to 7 Oaks. See if we can see where that trouble spot was. Sound like they got hand crews on it and aircraft bombed it, the helicopters. That's a good spot right there. About that one too. It's hard to see those big old divots. I need to mark this. I think I've turned that one in before. You can submit a customer service request, I think CSR, with Caltrans. You know, tell them the mile marker. I think this is like 23 something. Yeah, what do we got? 2413. Yeah, it's like 23.9. I've turned that one in a couple times. It keeps getting dug out.
Show for boat 92 on staff, 92 staff, 0 1. Yeah, sorry, copy.
really watching the looters, looking for looters. They caught some in Big Bear and Running Springs. God, it sounds like my 4-wheel drive's engaged. Somebody said my fan clutch. That might be what it is, my fan clutch. Somebody could tell just by the sound it was making that. About a year ago I had it. It was sticking, or it was on when it wasn't supposed to be, and I got it fixed. It sounded like it might be doing it again. Oh, and somebody was asking me on one of the videos, and people have been asking me, they said, put up your, they want to donate to pay for gas or whatever, and I appreciate it. On the videos, in the description, it'll have, what is it? What's the one for eBay? PayPal. PayPal is redlandsbuzz@gmail.com. I've got a Venmo. It's like at Jeff-James-114. I'm pretty sure that's what that one. And then there's a Cash App one. I can't remember what that one is. But if you look in the description of the videos, it'll have where if you want to donate for the gas and what else? Using it for mostly just gas and maintaining the truck and camera gear. I haven't bought any new camera gear. Cell phone, the cell phone's about a year old, the new one. I'm filming this with a, let's see, that's a Samsung 23 Ultra. Using AT&T. Verizon sold their towers over here to AT&T. So now I run that second phone off of wait a minute. Because one of them I can only get 4G, the other one I can get 5G, but it's not very much coverage. I'm pretty sure the Verizon is the 5G, and it's the coverage over here is gone to crap because they sold the towers to AT&T. That's all the way to Hart Bar. It's affecting everything kind of east of Angelus Oaks, Hart Bar, Sugarloaf area. I wonder if Joe's the maintenance guy. I haven't seen him. I don't know how he's doing. I think I've got his phone. I'm ready to call him and see if he's good, if he needs any supplies. Because they're not letting anybody up here. Technically what they're saying is if you're up here and you stayed, you can't go down and get supplies and come back. In fact, they just put out another notice about that. And technically they say you're, excuse me, if you're in the closed zone, you're not supposed to be out, like going to Angelus Oaks restaurant to eat, but I know, like Kyle, he has to go check on the other camps. He helps them out by looking at, with the camp, there don't have anybody there. Whoa. Like this guy. Yeah, I figured he'd cut that short. Sometimes you can't help it. But technically, the evacuation order, you can't be, and they said some of the cops are enforcing it. You can't be out, even hiking around or going to eat or doing anything. Some people have said they've been escorted back to their homes or escorted out of the closed zones. Because technically, they can't make you leave when they do an evacuation. But if you do stay, they don't want you out getting in the way with the fire or anything. They don't want you out, creating, like, say if you got hurt or something, they'd have to do a rescue. And that's kind of why they said they closed the rest of the force. They don't want to deal with any rescues or another fire. That's why they don't want the public and the rest of the force, which kind of doesn't make a lot of sense because you got meatheads at all times of the year that can set a fire. Or some people up here will walk away from a campfire and just let it burn. You can't do that. You got to make sure they're out. If you can even have one, a lot of times you can't even have a campfire. And there's signs everywhere. One year I went into, what was it, Heart Bar. It was red flag. It was real windy, red flag. It was hunting season. I remember there was some hunters down. I had seen them at Coon Creek, way down there. That's a dead-end canyon. And I'm coming out, and I look over, there's yellow post sites, and there's 2 huge bonfires. One's like 10 foot high, one's about 4 foot high. And there's nobody around. I couldn't figure out what the hell's going on. And it's spotting, there's, embers blowing. So I jumped out and I had a couple water jugs and I knocked the logs down and started putting them out. And I just thought, who the hell would light a fire? I almost thought it was like arson. And then here come these 2 knuckleheads dragging up a tree. And they were mad because I put their fires out. And I was like, you idiots, what are you doing? Oh, we're going to have a bonfire and we're going to have a cooking fire. I said, no, you're not. I said, if this thing catches fire, those people are cut off down there, those hikers. And those hunters, you cut them off and they'll burn. You can't get out. And so you saw the big 4x8 sheet of plywood that said, fire danger, no. Oh, no, we didn't see that. And they said, we drove all the way up here. We want to have a fire. I said, well, hold on. Get the sheriff over here and he can explain to you why that's not going to happen. They were mad. They drove all that way. They were going to have a huge bonfire. It's just, even explaining what red flag was to them, it didn't sink in. You really can't break through to those kind of people. And they have that, I've seen it before, we came all this way, so we're going to do it anyway. I have a right to build a fire because I drove an hour and a half. Like, what? TCU, where are these guys from? Motherlode Baseline Fire Center. That don't sound like local. Although Baseline, that could be. Baseline runs all the way across, Arizona, New Mexico. And if you crawl up San Bernardino Peak, there's a monument up there that looks due west. God, the surveyor guy that surveyed it, I can't think of his name. There's a monument up there on the side of the mountain that, if you look due west, you'll see Baseline down in the valley. Baseline Street that goes through Highland, San Bernardino, on the, out west. It's a monument to the guy who surveyed it. I can't remember what his name was. It's a heck of a climb up there, but it's a heck of a view and a monument. It's kind of a cool place to read the history up there. Looks like they've pulled some of the gear out. Some of the crew buses and brush engines out. We'll know when we get down to the bottom down here. We're almost down to the river, South Fork of the Santa Ana River. This sign right here is for the Pacific Crest Trail. The forest is closed. Pacific Crest Trail crosses right here. That's to tell the hikers, a little parking spot. They tell them that this was open. They just closed it again when the fire flared up last Sunday. And I just saw they had closed almost the whole forest. I think enough people bitched that I just saw a new fire closure map. This guy was sitting here. Was this guy here last night? I saw a truck here with his lights on. I wonder if it's this. I can't see the tent so bad. I can't see. There's somebody in there. But anyway, the new closure looks like they cut it about in half. Which is good. There's, way north of here, there's no reason to have that closed. And it lot of people have been bitching about. There's no sheriff. I mean, there's sheriffs all over the place. If you're thinking about looting, this ain't the place. This is Seven Oaks Road now. We came off Glass Road to Seven Oaks Road now. We're going kind of northwest. Well, I got all that brush pulled up in here. They're going to come by and chip it. They'll have the chippers. The contractors are, I think even the fire crews will do chipping. This looks like Caltrans or fire guy yet. It's a Cal Fire. The Dorner cabin was right there. The Dorner shootout, or I guess it was a shootout. And they burned the cabin, burned down. Man, this new brushwork. This is new. This wasn't here. I was last in here Wednesday. Here's the bottom. I'm gonna start a new video. See ya.